So, Shannon, how do you think they'll look without Russ?
Well, Skip, I've seen this, basically the big two without Russ. The question is, I know what I'm going to get from LeBron. LeBron has been sensational in the lineup this year. What type of game am I going to get from Anthony Davis? And now, Skip, we're going to be relying on guys that haven't played a whole lot. Now that Russ is out, are you going to play Rondo?
Yep.
Rondo, for the last 2 weeks, Skip, has been DNP, coach's decision.
Fresh.
Yeah. Okay, now Malik Monk did test out of the protocol. A lot of times he comes in and he does a little handling of the ball.
He does.
But you feel comfortable with no Bron, Malik Monk running the offense for, say, 20 minutes? I don't think so, Skip. So I think they're going to probably lean on Rondo to do that situation. Bron can't play anymore. He's already playing 37 minutes. And hell, if he had enough games, he'd be one of the top 5 in minutes played this year.
I know, but he sleeps. That's what he says. I sleep, right? And he has a couple of glasses of wine every night. He's good to go. Play him 40 minutes.
Well, if it's causing you to sleep like that, I might need to get on that wine kick then. But I just think the thing is, Skip, look, and they signed in Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas has played 87 games in 4 years. I've never seen someone get better at something by not doing it. Yeah. Now, maybe Isaiah is a unique situation, but Isaiah Thomas hadn't played a whole lot of meaningful NBA basketball games. Pick up, and I see some of the highlights that he's showing and pick up games, and I saw
he just scored 42 in the G League.
Yeah, I saw that, but that's not the NBA.
No.
And so it's going to be very interesting to see what he actually has. At one point in time, he was a very good three-point shooter, but over his last couple of years, that has taken a plunge. So for me, Skip, what do I think they'll be any better? If any, maybe marginally. Maybe they don't turn the ball. Maybe that's 5 fewer turnovers than what they would have had Russ been in there, Skip. But I don't expect to see a whole scale improvement. Like, man, well, that's what they need. And if you do see that, then what?
Good question.
Let's just say for the sake of argument.
Great question.
Let's just say for the sake of argument. That's what you and I do. They go out there and they beat the Timberwolves by 20. LeBron, AD, and everybody play unbelievable. Then what do?
Okay. So my turn?
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe. You can't read this across the table because you can't read my hieroglyphics anyway, but I wrote down my first words out of my mouth were going to be on this topic. Lakers by 15 tonight. I believe this is the night where it all starts. Or you might say stops.
Yeah.
This is the night the Lakers launch. This will be the first night in the 29. This will be the 30th game they play this year. Game number 30 will look like a championship team night tonight because it will be the night where the motto will be, the message will be after the game, free at last. Man, in Russ, they do not trust. You know it, and I know it, because in the big picture, for these first 29 games, 16 wins and 13 losses, he's been a disaster. You were upfront about it, no, before they even brought him in. You were all Buddy Hield all the time. Yeah. I was too. I said this will not work. And I don't care what you say, it has not worked.
No, it
because
hasn't.
16 and 13 isn't good enough.
That's not working.
When you've played the second easiest schedule in the Western Conference.
Right.
Remaining is the single hardest schedule in the NBA.
Right.
So it needs to start tonight. I don't know how you undo the situation, but I think there's going to be a huge heaved sigh of relief here where they can finally get down to the business of what this team can be without Russell Westbrook gumming up the works, because he's trying hard. He's trying to sacrifice.
Yeah, there's no question that he's trying.
All right. So what do we see across the board from him so far? 20 points a game. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's career low for him since his rookie year. 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Well, he's still on course. He's still within eye shot of averaging a triple-double for his beloved Los Angeles Lakers. And if you let him have his head, if you just let him keep playing the way he's playing, I don't doubt by the end of the year, through 82 games, he'll figure out a way to average a triple-double.
And guess where you'll be? At the end of the
Thank you.
He'll average a triple-double. At the end of the year, you'll be out. You won't be in the play-in tournament or the playoffs.
All right, so just to put this in perspective for everyone, LeBron still leads this team in what's called usage rate. How much do you have? What percentage of the time do you have the ball in your hands? LeBron's had it in his hands in the games he's played, and obviously he's missed some games, but 29.3% of the time. That's his second lowest of his career since his rookie year. Why is that? Because of Russell Westbrook. And to a certain degree because of Anthony Davis.
Right.
But that was already happening the last two.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So now, second on the team in usage rate is Russ at 27.7. So LeBron's 29.3, Russ 27.7. So he's not threatening LeBron to take over usage rate,
Right.
but he's still second on the team, slightly ahead of Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Okay, so Russ's usage rate is the third lowest since his first 2 years in the league. So he's trying to sacrifice a little bit
Yes.
for LeBron and the Lakers'
Right.
sake. And then AD brings up the rear, but he's 27.6%. That's his third lowest of his career since his first 2 years. So they're all sacrificing a little bit.
And we should have expected that, Skip, in order for this thing to have some semblance of working.
Okay.
Everybody's got to sacrifice.
Okay, a little bit. Russell Westbrook, as we speak, is leading the National Basketball Association in turnovers.
Oh, he ain't sacrificed that?
With 134. He hadn't sacrificed that. 134 turnovers, that's 4 better or worse, if you want to say, than James Harden.
Right. James Harden hadn't played in 2 games.
He hadn't played, okay. 134. The problem, as you have acknowledged, and I have beaten this table over, is that every turnover is not created equally. Russ's turnovers are so painfully, inexplicably eyesore turnovers. They're so shockingly bad that they become psychologically demoralizing for the whole basketball team, because you see them happen again and again where he goes into the lane with no plan and he leaves his feet, which you get yanked for in high school. You leave your feet with no idea, and I think I'll throw it over there.
Yeah.
And it goes nowhere. And Shannon Sharpe sits back up in his palatial estate in Bel Air, and he says, what the?
But Skip, how many times must you go drive the ball, jump up in the air with no place to go, no person to throw the ball to, before you say, you know what? I probably should stop doing that.
I don't know.
I mean, but it's every
but you had the great analogy yesterday. He's like a great DB, defensive back, because you have no conscience and no memory.
No, zero.
No memory.
Zero.
Every play is a new play. It's like it's never happened before. This is my first NBA play, and if I throw it away, it will go out of my memory.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so what did we read a couple days back? That the Lakers have had internal discussions about trying to move Russ. Well, we both agreed. How? I mean, because nothing seems plausible or realistic to move him. But sometimes when you really want to get rid of somebody, you just find a way to get rid of them.
Well, my internals have been churning since they signed him. That's what my internals have been doing.
All right, I got it. So tonight is the first night, because he has played all 29 games to his credit.
Yeah.
He's got some Iron Man going, right?
Yeah.
And what is he up to, 33?
33.
Yeah. Okay, so he's still playing at a highly durable pace, high minutes at age 33, and yet all of a sudden you get, quote unquote, I hope he's okay with the COVID, because you never know how hard he's hit by COVID. So I'm going to knock on wood for him on the COVID. God bless him there. But it does open a little window for you at Minneapolis
to see what his life is like without him.
Yeah, look, let's see what happens now. Do you suddenly see a new body language from LeBron and AD? Do they start to click together better than they were, because there was a third wheel that they had to try to keep involved? And I say it's messing up LeBron's overall offensive rhythm, because you have to defer too much to his wild flights of fancy, where he just goes off, and I'm sure LeBron in the back of his mind is backing up the court. You know, he's pedaling up the court after one of those turnovers, thinking, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Why do I have to live with this?
Okay, but here's the thing, Skip. But now you're going to have pieces that haven't been playing a whole lot possibly go into the starting lineup.
Yep.
Now, Jenny mentioned all the guys you're down. Avery Bradley was in the starting lineup.
He was D'ing people up. I give you that.
So now with no Russ, no THT, no Avery Bradley, no Dwight Howard, who's in the start? Is Austin Reeves starting now? Does Malik Monk start now?
Okay. I don't know. I think Rondo's going to start at the quote-unquote point.
You think so?
Yep, I do.
I would be. I'm thinking AR-15. How do you get AR-15 in this number? I guess he's number 15. But he has, I guess, his IG post. He was 12 in college.
I don't even remember. I watched him a lot in college, but I don't even remember what his number was.
It's going to be.
He's AR-12?
Well, they call him AR. I guess he's 15 now because Dwight Howard has 12, I think, for the Lakers. But my thing is, Skip, I just don't know. Look, I mean, how much better are they going to be? I think they would be better without Russ. But I'm not so sure, Skip, if they didn't have Russ, all of a sudden, instead of 13 losses, they'd have 5. I don't believe that, especially if LeBron is out. You and I both know if LeBron is out, their record is what it is. It's not, I mean, Russ helped them win the game in San Antonio, maybe 1 or 2 games. So give or take, if he's not there, maybe you 1 game better, 2 games worse. But the question is, so we know AD, we know LeBron's going to start. Okay, fill out the next 3. Okay, Wayne Ellington started the other night.
That would work.
So who the other 2?
Maybe.
You start Dwight Howard Dwight Howard's out, so you can't start. Do you start DJ to deal with Cat? Probably not, because Cat can take him outside and drive by him.
Okay, all that matters to me is LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, and their connection, their rapport, their ability to play off each other in a 2-man game in the half-court set.
Well, yeah, they should be
without Russ to gum up the works.
Yeah, they should be in the pick and roll.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see how it feels. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if they get off to a hot start. Now, the odds makers / bettors, they're going the other way. They're against what I'm saying right now because for a while, the Lakers opened as a 1-point favorite. Yeah. And the T-Wolves have been playing pretty well.
Yeah, and hit 10 threes out of 14 attempts.
He did.
Cat's been playing well.
All of a sudden, they're a 1.5 favorite at home, and I assume it's just because of the Russ news and maybe Avery Bradley a little bit on top of the other losses, Dwight and THT. Okay.
Well, AD, you better come with it now. Cat looking for a bounce back. Cat been having the last couple of years. He been down now. He done, he had some tough times with his mom passing. He had COVID. So he had some tough. Hey, he looking like Cat again, for real.
Kentucky versus Kentucky.
Yeah,
all right.
Battle of the #1s. Who the baddest big man out of Kentucky?
Maybe AD says, okay, I got this.
Well, I hope he says I got this, because I already know what GOAT gonna do.
I think Lakers going to win big tonight.
I don't know about big.
And I think it's going to cause a huge controversy.
Skip, you know what? They won 2 games big. They beat the Rockets and they beat they beat Sacramento. They won 2 games big.
They actually beat Cleveland by 12. And that was, now that I look back, because Cleveland's been balling.
Oh, they just beat somebody the other night, too. They just beat somebody the other night.
They beat the Boston?
OKC. Okay. Remember, they got OKC, paid them back for what they did the past 2 times.
Okay. And as I told you yesterday, that their 16 wins have come against teams that are 56 games under 500. 56 games.
Well, I wish there was 70 games under 500. So that means we'd have more wins.
Well, you're going to get one tonight.
I hope so.
I'm on the bandwagon now.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You just said that.
Go, Bron, go.
No, you know what? You just said that, Jen. I know what he's doing. He just said that. So, LeBron, you can't beat Cat. You can't beat Ant. You will come in here on Monday and gloat. But you know what? I might have something to gloat about, too.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.